Welcome to the Big and Small Podcast, coming to you from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Just a couple of guys drinking some beers, having some chow, and talking all things sports.
Episode 50. Half a century. We started this thing. Unbelievable. 50 episodes deep. Tonight's a little slightly different format. We're going to be doing a couple things, Bruin Celts, and then we're getting right into the draft preview, which is a week from tonight. All right, Fitz?
Someone called it the best night of the year.
Probably you.
It is one of my favorite nights, yes. As I said, looking forward to it.
I am. So get them up, boys. Episode 50. That's a lot of episodes.
Thank you to all our millions of viewers, much appreciated.
Millions.
Yeah, I hope you guys checked out our most recent reels from Toscana.
I don't think you posted one the other day, did you?
No, those pizzas look good.
Really good. They were good.
It's a time.
That caprese salad looked good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Ricky special.
The whole
Let's
thing.
get scallops on it.
So when I go there and I look at the menu, will it be called the Ricky Special?
No, but you can ask for it. She'll know.
And we told them to change the Tuesday night special to the big and small pizza special.
Because you buy one big, you get the small for free.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
I
big
think
and small.
she's going to do that. And then, but I hope you saw that reel, Behind the Bob, as Coach put it.
Behind the
You
bar.
were there with Marta.
And I hope you saw the
And the
last show. With thanks to Coity, awesome guest.
Yeah, it was good.
We're still ironing out some technical difficulties, technical issues that we're moving in the right direction. And I'm confident by our next few episodes, it's going to be right where we want it to be. So
I agree.
stay tuned.
All right, Dougie. So jumping in, what Bruins bees first?
We'll just do a quick playoff preview with Bruins and Celtics. 10, 15 minutes tops remaining. There's your burp in the pod.
Yeah, it is.
And then the remaining we're going to do draft preview.
Sounds good. So
So what we do know, Bruins are playing Maple Leafs first round. Puck drop, game 1, 8 p.m. Sunday night.
Saturday night.
Saturday night, apologies.
But everyone's all excited because they got Toronto. I mean, yeah, you got Toronto, but you still got to beat them. I mean, it's not like they suck. You know what I mean? They got a lot of good offense. If you don't show up and play every night, you're gonna eat your ass kicked. So I mean, you know, it's not like it's a cakewalk. You know, they gotta show up. You know, that's it. That's it. We gotta see if Monty's up to the task because he certainly wasn't last year. I think they're gonna go with the goalie rotation. I do. I think they're gonna do that. Probably come with Allmark out of the gate, and then see where it goes. But I'm cautiously optimistic because I think that they've learned a lot over the year about protecting leads late and because he was in the desert today.
He's been traveling.
But no, I mean I think they learned a lot. It wasn't like last year where they kind of walked in and they kind of didn't really have to work that hard during the regular season. I think they switched that up.
They should win the series.
Well, absolutely. I bet they're favored for sure when they have home ice, which.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing of this one is the goaltending. That's a horror of they lucked out. If they tanked or not, I really don't care.
Right.
But if you get a hot Vasilevsky,
You're in trouble.
you're in deep trouble. I just don't think for the Bruins offense to get going. I think that's what always makes Toronto vulnerable. Is just their very mediocre goaltenders.
Yeah.
And not very great, not very strong at the blue line. So yeah, I like the Bruins, but like I said, I mean, everybody says they always find a way to choke Toronto, but they almost had the Bruins beat on the Stanley Cup run. We watched that game.
KK's. Never forget that.
Yeah, unbelievable. And they had that one. We were out of our minds. So let's just hope they
I
get.
think we were alone that night too. Like it was
Pretty
kinda
much,
weird. Everybody
yeah.
left.
Yeah.
We stayed there and we kind of closed the place. I think it was me, you, and Luke.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed. I don't know what I'm doing Saturday night. Usually I thought I was going to have the grill going and everything. I don't know now. I got to make a plan.
Oh, he's out of sorts.
I'm out of sorts. I'm very out of sorts.
I gotta go to a fundraiser.
I know. You got to do what you got to do. You gotta do it. Maybe Dougie can sneak out. We'll talk. We get Jimbo over, but yeah, I think just hoping they get through it, just so we can get into some nice weather, like we said, move into the spring. But I don't see them lasting long. I think they get through this when they're done.
Well, I mean, I don't know how it works. Do they reseed them? I forget how it works. I don't know. We'll check into that next time. But
I think we'll know more at the end of tonight.
well, all the East is all set.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Rangers.
No, if you win the series, like who do you play?
Right.
So
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how that works.
but I like I said, they're not. Maybe they get through this series. And I don't see them going any further. But
I do.
let's move on to the Boston Celtics. Much more on the line there.
Absolutely. So they got the winner of Chicago and Miami tonight. Miami's playing without Jimmy Butler. He's got a knee problem. He's going to be gone for a while.
Yeah.
And there's another guy who's pretty key on that team. He's got a bad ankle, and he's questionable for tonight. So, I mean, I'd love to see him play Chicago, kind of get that, I think they bury Chicago, 4 games straight. They should win 4 games straight. And then get a little rest and get ready for second round, which will probably be, I mean, the Knicks in the 76ers is going to be a good match, I think.
Yeah, very good.
The Pacers are playing the Bucks. That's no cakewalk.
Mhm.
And then Cleveland has I forget who they have. The remaining team, whoever that is.
But I think Giannis is banged up. I don't think he's playing.
Yeah, he's banged up.
I always think that.
The beginning of the series. So, but they'll have Celtics finals will bust. They don't make the finals. Missoula's got to go. Period. That's all I
Yeah.
can say.
I agree.
All right. So now we've got we ready to roll with
I'm ready to roll.
the draft preview. This is
Ricky's
It
been
was-
preparing. He's got notes on notes with napkins as well. He's got notes and napkins.
Well, we've been saying the same thing. Pretty much, we've all been in agreement about trade down, right? I mean, think Dougie thinks that maybe. I mean, unless, but I can't believe all these guys know it. Don't trade that. We'll get into this, but don't trade that.
Now's
first
the
pick.
time.
Don't trade
Now's
it.
the time.
Now they have
Don't
these
get
guys.
into it.
But now they're all. I know, I will, but now they're all talking about get the extra picks. But
Of course.
I think it's a no-brainer. I mean, but if somehow it's Daniels at 3, you got to take him.
No,
I've been
I,
saying that from the beginning.
you and I agree on that. If it's Daniels at 3, you got to take him. But other than that, you got to get rid of that pick. And I'll give you another reason why. Awesome stat. Since 1998, any quarterback taken in the top 3 picks, only 2 of them have gone to the championship with the team that drafted them. Both of them have the same last name.
Brady?
No. Brady was in the 6th round. You listen to what I'm saying?
No.
The top 3 picks. The top 3 picks in the draft. There's only been 2 quarterbacks to get to the championship with the team that drafted them. That's Eli and Peyton Manning.
Yeah, but only Peyton was good.
What do you mean? Yeah, but, you listening to the stat, Dougie? Do I have to draw pictures
Yeah,
to you?
do it,
the stat.
do it.
No, you don't.
Specific
The top
stat.
3 picks, which is the Patriots have a top 3 pick. Okay, follow along. Patriots have the 3rd pick. All right, if they pick a quarterback, the odds are dramatically against them actually having that quarterback taking them the way they want to go. Do you understand that?
So you're just never supposed to pick a quarterback top 3 pick?
Correct. That's right. Especially one that has
Well, I would
that has feet problems and can't throw well to the sidelines and makes bad decisions.
But what about your boy Penix? Your boy Penix has had his knee restructured like 3 fucking times.
Yeah, they're not going to pick him at 3. That's the point, Dougie. The 3rd pick. That's the point. Do I need anything else?
Well, they
I'm
also
fired
had,
up
but they had. I mean, the Penix thing's a little bit overrated about his knee surgery.
Oh, shit.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. He just played Pac-10 and killed it.
Yeah, but to your point, Coach. Let's look at it this way with these guys. What I was going crazy about last night is listening to these clowns talking about the draft and positions and what you need. You got to take a swing. Okay, your current NFL starting quarterbacks, current NFL, Dak Prescott, 4th round pick.
Yeah.
Stafford was a first round pick.
Actually, he's the only other one to get to the championship game, but he didn't do it with the same team that drafted him.
Right, and he's and he's good. Goff,
Lions?
first round pick.
Did the Lions draft him?
Purdy, last pick in the draft. Carr, 36th, round 2. Fields, pick 11. Wilson, round 3. This was what Fields was obviously the quarterback of the Bears last year.
Right.
Wilson, round 3. Russell Wilson. Aaron Rodgers, number 24 pick in the first round. Daniel Jones. Hurts was the
Third round.
53rd pick in the
Third round.
draft. Mahomes, 10th pick in the draft. 10th. Josh Allen, 7th. He also was 6'5", 237, which makes
Drake
me
May is not.
looks like a little boy.
Right.
Kirk Cousins, 4th round pick. Geno Smith, 39th pick in the draft. Baker went number 1. Donald, number 3. This to your point.
Yes.
Josh Rosen, number 10.
Bust.
Lamar Jackson, number 32. So you're basically on the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now. The highest ever picked, it was the 11th pick was Mahomes.
10th.
Exactly. And so it's like, please, do your stats. And then about quarterbacks, how everybody, we've been talking about this, getting all ramped up. You got to take a swing, some of these idiots saying. Okay, let's just go by the top picks, right, in the drafts. 2023, Bryce Young. Okay, first pick, right? Jury's still out, no question about it. CJ Stroud, he looks legit, right? Anthony Richardson, hurt, question mark, no idea, right?
I
Yeah,
would say legit from what we've seen so far.
Yeah,
But he was projected in the 20s until he went off in the combine. Like JJ
he was
McCarthy.
projected to be like a second round pick.
Yeah, and then like JJ McCarthy,
But the jury,
Rocket
we still don't know what Richardson's going to
Right.
be. Will Levis was a second round pick. 2022, and the only guy taken in the first round was Kenny Pickett, 20th pick.
Yeah.
He's a bum. 2020, Joe Burrow won. Tua was a first round pick, loser. Justin Herbert, first round pick, loser.
true.
Jordan Love,
What
first round pick.
I don't think Herbert's a loser.
He hasn't won a
What?
playoff game. He's been there for 4 years. He hasn't won
They
one
played
playoff game.
4 games last year. And then Jordan Love was the 20th pick in that.
People are in love with Herbert. He hasn't done shit.
I don't think he's a loser.
And then
He's not a winner.
You wouldn't take on the Patriots right now?
he's a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah, but he's not a winner. He's
No,
not winning.
he's not an outright dude. He was a 6th pick. And then you go to Jordan Love is a dud. Jordan Love's is very good.
He's the guy. in Green Bay.
But he was the
Finally.
20th pick
Right.
in that round. What I'm saying is the better picks is being proven to pick in the second half of the first round.
So
Then you go to 2021, Trevor Lawrence, question mark,
Totally.
number 1. Zach Wilson went 2, complete joke. Trey Lance went 3, complete bust. And then Mac Jones, 15. So that was maybe the worst quarterback draft in the history of football. So people saying you got to take one of these idiots is embarrassing.
I agree.
Because what's probably, if you can get, the whole thing about trading down is what are you going to get? I'm not trading down and up. If you're going to get both the Minnesota's number 1s, you're picking 11, you're probably going to end up with either McCarthy or Penix at 11.
Right.
And then you've got basically now 2 more first round picks.
Exactly.
Because you've got your first rounder there where you're going to get still a stud receiver or a tackle in the first, and then you get the 2nd or 3rd pick in the round 2, which is like another first round pick.
Right.
So you're going to solve in that. You're going to get yourself a quarterback. You're going to get yourself a legitimate tackle and a legitimate receiver if you make that
Did
move.
you hear what happened today though? They're talking about
A.J. Brown?
A.J. Brown.
Yeah, we'll see.
So
But you know,
you
they're
guys
talking
are out
about-
on Marvin Harrison.
Is the number 3 pick?
They're not going to pick. If they pick at 3, they won't take Harrison. Here's Grace.
Grace
Hi.
back from she's back from Lauderdale. You want to say hey? Ah.
Hi, podcast.
Make sure we gotta tag Grace when we release it.
Tag me.
No,
Yeah.
that'd be absolutely crazy. But yeah, if
So
they get
how does
Brown,
that work though?
Because again, if you get Brown, now you gotta trade down. Because now you're sitting there with you could make a lot. You don't have to even look at a receiver.
I know.
You got your quarterback.
You can load up on linemen if you want to.
Absolutely.
You could actually, God forbid, draft some speed on defense.
Or which I would like to see him get. Not
Kid
one
from
of
Penn
those.
State would be around that time.
Or a real good edge guy.
Yeah.
You know, with that would be good. Or do you roll the dice? One of them drop, and you go after if he's still there at 11, which I don't think he will be. Brock Bauer.
Yeah, they got power going to the Giants at like
I
6.
think the Jets.
The Jets and the Giants. One of the
Yeah, we're tired of the Jets. But
How does that work though?
As well work.
You're negotiating picks and everything. So like, if you get on the phone and you go to Vikings, what do you give us for the 3rd pick?
Correct.
I understand it, but then it's like, do you tell them, all right, well, if Daniels is there at number 3, we're gonna take Daniels?
No.
Because then, like,
No,
you can have this plan, and then Daniels goes at 2, and now you're gonna get on the horn of the Vikings.
No,
and then all of a sudden it's like,
that's
no,
how
see
it
you
works.
later. Go
That's
fuck
why the
yourself.
first round is like what, 7 minutes? The pick.
yeah,
Yeah. So you got Caleb Williams gone. Next pick. As soon as they say Jaden Daniels, they're on the phone. They probably get like 10 minutes to figure it out, and they already know it's all up. It's all up on the board. This is what we want. And you
well,
go
and
from there.
it's also too because of the rush time. It could end up. You could end up. Which happens? The Patriots. Let's just say Daniels goes 2, and then Minnesota wants May. Patriots could draft May.
Right, they trade.
Then the trade comes in.
Right.
You know, afterwards that Minnesota had traded their 11 and what do they have? 11,
23.
23.
Which they're all saying,
So
oh,
they-
you need more than that for that pick and blah blah.
No,
No, you don't.
No way.
No, you don't.
That would be a cool.
That's perfect.
I would take.
Would you?
I would take what ESPN just put up. Trade the number 3 pick, Justin Jefferson, and the 23rd pick.
Don't ever get rid of Jefferson. If you get Drake May, you keep a Jefferson. That's another dumb thing that they keep saying all the time. Why the hell would they trade Jefferson if they're going to draft a quarterback at number 3?
Yeah, it's just a contract thing. But I
I
think
mean, but still, it's like, come on.
no. I think they're a good dance partner for you. You know, because they can't. Minnesota's going to really, really be rolling the dice because then they're going to basically have to say Minnesota, in my opinion. If everything stays where it is, you know, I'm praying Washington takes May, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But the Minnesota could be saying we're 11. We might still get either, we're okay with McCarthy or Penance. And they'll probably get one of those guys. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But they got to really be hot for May. And they might think,
I mean, you're telling me these discussions haven't really happened yet? I bet they have.
Oh,
I
100%.
guarantee you they have.
100%.
So they know. The Pats know right now whether Minnesota's hot on May or not. They know.
Oh, yeah. And there might be some other, there could be some other dance partners too that
Right.
want to make a move.
Right. I mean, the shit you hear now is all the shit they want you to hear. Right? I heard today that, who was it? Was it Bert? Bert came out and said that not everybody in the Patriots organization sold on May. There's a lot of different opinions. Well, if you don't have 100% buy-in, then you trade the pick.
Totally. If it's a worthwhile trade,
Absolutely.
And
And the 3rd pick's going to be worthwhile. And the other thing is, I can't stand it when these people come out and they say, draft Drake May and let him sit for a year. Really? You're gonna use 3rd pick draft capital for a guy who's not going to play? That's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I need to because you're not really going to turn the team around in a year anyway.
That's
so
the
why
other
force
thing
them out there?
that's the other thing that drives me up a friggin' wall. The NFL sucks, right? You can make free agent deals, and they have a lot of draft capital this year to put a team out there that's going to be competitive. The NFL is not a good product. Look at Houston. Houston went from the laughing stock to a Super Bowl contender in 2 years. 2 years. Last year they're in the playoffs,
Yeah.
and they gave Baltimore everything they needed. So I mean, what's wrong with that? 2 years they went from a laughingstock to a Super Bowl contender. Right now, I guarantee you they're top 5 Super Bowl odds.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the NFL's not that good. You can go from 0 to hero very quickly. Very quickly.
Very optimistic.
I've seen it. There's like evidence. It's not like it's rocket science. There's evidence that teams can turn around quickly if you do the right things. Look at San Francisco. They gave up everything for the third pick. What the hell was that? The quarterback, Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Now he's freaking washing balls in Dallas.
Yeah.
And they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, you
look at
feel,
the weapons he has around.
I know, because you do the right things. It's not that hard.
Well, the
I
biggest
mean, they got
move
Tebow Samuel, the same draft that we got N'Keal Harry. You're telling me
but the biggest move they made was getting Christian McCaffrey.
he's one move?
You take him off the team, they're not in the Super Bowl.
I don't know about that.
I do.
They had Raheem Mostert, and they were in the
What do you
Super Bowl. They were in the Super Bowl without McCaffrey. So, wrong.
McCaffrey's a freak, but they have a lot of weapons, but their defense is loaded.
Right.
Loaded defense. But McCaffrey's McCaffrey. McCaffrey's a freak. Debo, they got, they're a very talented club. Good tight end.
Yeah. Solid.
Brady's a game mate, but that's how you build a team. If you get those, hit those. Some picks miss, some picks hit. The problem with the Patriots is, over the past 5 years or so drafts, a lot of the picks missed.
Yes.
And like, if you think about it, out of any of them, whoever became, like an all-pro?
Did Duggar make it?
No.
You know,
All-pro?
So it's like 5 years of draft picks on one guy's like getting all-pro.
So let's go
Probably
through.
goes back to, like, the quarterback.
Let's go through this scenario. So say Daniels falls to 3. You get Daniels. What do you do with the 34th pick then?
34th pick, legit attack.
He's still throwing us bombs.
Well, no, you gotta make a trade. You gotta make a trade for a receiver. You trade
Not gonna be KJ Osborne.
Huh? No, I'm saying you gotta make a trade for a receiver. They have like multiple picks. High ones in each round.
I think it's best available. Either tackle or receiver.
Yeah.
The receiver class, looking at it, it's incredibly deep.
It is.
You're looking at, Marvin Harrison, Nate, there's literally there's a guy like Xavier Leggett, who's from South Carolina, that's who Rattler threw him. 6'3", 227, he ran a 4.39.
Yeah.
He's basically the 14th ranked receiver in the draft.
He's 14.
14th receiver.
Where is McConkey ranked?
Ladd is ranked 6th, ran a 4.39.
Yeah, he's good.
Mitchell's ranked 5. They're a little
Lad
high.
McConkey,
He's
the white boy out of Georgia.
But
Real good. I'd love to see him in Apache.
Dunze, it's funny, he ran a 4.45, which is kind of slow.
Yes.
Brian Thomas, LSU, the other, Malik Neighbors and Harrison are ridiculous. But they're going to, Thomas, a first round pick, 4.33. Mitchell from Texas, who was at Georgia, 4.34.
Mitchell, yeah.
It's the
Two
kid,
guys
the other
from
kid, the small kid, the other kid from Texas, kid was slight, 172, ran a 4.21.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but he's not a receiver.
Keon Coleman, 6'4", 215, he ran a 4.61. Bottom line is I'm getting at, you're looking at another high 40s, who no one's talking about, but they always say that May didn't have very good weapons. He had the kid, Devontae Walker, he ran a 4.36.
Yeah.
Kid's legit. You're talking
He was hurt, wasn't he? I think
there's
he was hurt.
potentially 15 NFL ready receivers in this draft.
Huge.
So if you compare that to your tackles. Oh, by the way, before you have the quarterbacks, as I said before, they better pick. I could not even pick a quarterback in my first 2 picks. I'd let it go. Go with this for a year. Load up on talent.
Go with what? Jacoby Brissett?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna bring in Jordan Travis. Get him in the late in the 4th round, 5th round, steal of the draft. Would have been a first rounder if healthy, and he's basically back.
What's his numbers?
He's at 80, they had him running and at 88% in his 40. He was a 4.62 40. 6'1", 212. So you're basically looking at,
Not tall.
Caleb Williams is 6'1", 215. He ran a 4.59 at 90%.
Yeah, is he a lock at number one? Yeah, he's a lock at number one because everybody's
Drake
saying
May
he's a lock
ran a
at number one.
4.6.
You think that guy's a lock to be a great quarterback in the NFL?
JJ,
I don't, but I don't understand like what the fascination with Caleb Williams is.
Because he looks like Mahomes. That's the fascination. He does the same shit. He can throw it sideways and all that crap. He looks like Mahomes, but he's not. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on here with Mahomes that I don't think Caleb Williams is even close to.
Well, at the end of the day, Mahomes is still a freak athlete.
He's a freak athlete, but he's also a killer. He's an absolute killer. They're all killers. I mean, all the winners are killers. Killers.
even I could see a guy like, you know, it'd be interesting what happens with this. There's a lot of, you know, good guys out there. But even Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's 6'2", 215.
Yeah, but Lamar Jackson, honestly, stinks. When you get to the quarterback, when you get to the playoffs, he stinks. Doesn't win a playoff game.
Well, he's won a playoff game. He hasn't won a Super Bowl.
He's won a playoff game?
Yeah. But it's still ridiculously good. That team, talking about not winning a game without a guy.
I know.
The three of us could beat Baltimore if it wasn't for Lamar Jackson. They have nothing else. He's a freak.
He's awesome, but he's not a winner.
But the other part is,
1-3. He's won a playoff.
You got one.
Doesn't matter. You were wrong.
I was wrong.
but if they have, but there's incredible depth, good depth at offensive tackle too, which is good.
Yeah, that'd be
That's why, you know, if you could have a stockpile of some picks, you could come out of this with some really, really good players.
I
mean,
agree.
you're talking about, you're still looking at like, you know, Christian Jones from Texas, 6'6", 321. He's ranked 10th in the position of offensive tackle.
tackles, yeah.
I mean, there's really good guys in that draft for tackles. It's gonna
Between
be,
Alabama and Georgia, I mean, you can name you can get three of those guys. You don't have to worry about offensive line for 10 years.
no doubt about it. No doubt about it. But so there's some guys. There's some interesting guys. Kid from BC's ranked number 10. He's the 8th ranked offensive guard center, the Mahogany kid.
It's not Kendall, is it?
No, it's Christian Mahogany. That's pretty cool. And they had
It's like a hardwood. You know?
talk about running backs though. That's an interesting one too.
Making a play on his last name, Mahogany.
Oh yeah. It is a hard one.
But the guy who's the dude of dudes in this thing is Brock Bowers. But I like some edge guys too that are out there. You know, so if that all works out right, that edge group, I mean, is deep as well.
Yeah, but you're not taking a defensive guy till.
That kid you like is
Fourth
Chop
round?
Robinson, right? Chop Robinson, you like?
From Penn State.
Yeah. He's 6'3", 254 off the edge.
Yeah.
254.
Darius Robinson from Missouri, 6'5", 296. And can move. So it's gonna be fun. It was
It needs to be fun. I hope draft night, first round is chaos.
Yeah. I agree.
This traded, this pick traded, blah blah blah, all this other shit. It's like, oh yeah.
Well, that's the other thing too is if the Pats grab those 2 picks from Minnesota, now they have leverage to get whoever they want after 3.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So if they really want to really dial in on the guy, suppose they really want Brock Bowers, they can get him, and they don't have to give up both picks. They could give one of those picks up like 23 and a third for.
Would you take Bowers at 11?
Absolutely. I would.
Well, if you set on you're not going to bother getting the quarterback.
Right, but no. Suppose they go crazy, which people lose their freaking mind. But they go Jordan Travis. They want Jordan Travis, so they take Brock Bowers at 11. Then they grab a solid tackle at 23. Then they grab a solid receiver at 34. I mean 30, whatever it is, 32, 34. Then they grab Travis in the 4th round. Then I mean.
You could even roll with someone like Bo Nix is there.
Exactly. In the
It's
second
not,
round.
in the second round too.
Right.
Yeah, and then to pick up Travis in like the 5th.
Right. If he's in it, right.
Go Ducks.
And stock out young guys and see what they look like.
Right. I don't know. There's a lot of shit they could do. Plus the fact they have money still.
Yep.
The guy, the free agent they got that they really didn't make a big deal of, I did a little research on today, the guy from Pittsburgh, the tackle. He's solid.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good.
He's solid.
Well,
He's 6'6", 320.
yeah, it's like Okafor.
Same, yeah, Okafor or something like that. Yeah, something like that. He's pretty good. He's definitely a starting caliber tackle. And they got Onwenu on the other side. And they got a whole bunch of shit. They got Strange and they got Andrews.
Yeah,
I don't know who the left guard's going to be. But I mean,
you can usually fill that.
you can fill that with City So, right? City So, he might be the guy, right? Well, he's a lineman, right? City So, he's a second-year player. But it's there. You grab a guy like Brock Bauer, put him on the other side of Hunter Henry, you got a problem.
Oh, yeah, major problem.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Even
Jacoby
Brissett
he'll
can make
be effective.
Exactly.
With, get another speed guy on the outside with that.
I know.
He wouldn't be.
Get an A.J. Brown with Brock Bauer and Hunter Henry.
And he can run the football.
Right. I know. So, I mean, they're not as bad as we're making them out to be. And like I said, the NFL sucks.
I just think Brock
Armin Watts.
No.
That's defensive tackle.
No, it's offensive tackle from Pittsburgh that the Patriots get.
Offensive tackle. We got Nick Levert from Tampa.
You looking at this year?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Levert, Casanova?
That's it. Me and Romeo, never been friends.
But what time's it come on? 8?
Yeah.
Or 7:30?
I think 8 o'clock. Well, they're probably doing
So it's
it.
only round 1 Thursday night, right?
Correct, yeah.
And then Friday nights 2 and 3?
I think so. Yes.
Do you
And
think they take Brock Bowers? I mean, he signed Austin Hooper. And they signed Gesicki.
No, that's
You're looking at last year. Are you serious, Doug?
no Hooper's this year.
Hooper's this year.
The
Not
second they
Gesicki.
lost,
Gesicki's
he's
this.
gone.
He's back.
No, he's not. He's not back. I think Miami signed him. Someone in the
Cincy.
division signed him.
Cincy.
Yeah. But they'll have if they
We
have.
got, the other white guy.
Henry.
Henry came back.
Correct.
Yeah, Hunter
Yeah.
Henry they signed. Then
Yeah.
they got Hooper.
And they got Hooper.
Yeah, and then I
So
think
you're going to take Brock Bowers at 11?
Why not? He's better than both of them. Right?
Yeah, that was your plan. Why sign him?
I don't think that's going to happen. It's just
Yeah.
coaches giving a hypothetical.
No, I'm
I
just
just
giving
said it's
hypothetical
not gonna
based
happen.
on what they could do if they trade those picks.
They're going to allow it if they trade can get that deal, which I'd be surprised if Minnesota would do it. Because like I said, they're gonna have to be in love with either. Maybe they're in love with Penix. I don't know, but they have to be fearful of who the Patriots will take.
Right.
And if they feel the Patriots will get bullied into Drake May, and they really love Drake May,
I think it's a two-way street with May and McCarthy. I think if Minnesota thinks that the Pats are going to pick either one of those two, and they're on one of those two, then they'll make a deal. Because I don't think either one of them are going to fall to 11.
wow, that'll be interesting in itself, right? Because
I mean, even if I'm the Jets, I might pick one of them. Right?
I would, but they won't because Aaron Rodgers will go bananas because Aaron Rodgers wants for sure another weapon and they need him and they're gonna go if he's there they're gonna take Bauer. It's not even a question.
That's true.
So I mean, but to your point, after the Patriots pick, so let's say we're getting down to Minnesota 11. Who prior to that is going to take? So let's say the first 3 picks are quarterbacks. Okay. At 4, Cardinals aren't taking a quarterback. 5, Chargers aren't taking a quarterback. 6, odds are Giants aren't taking a quarterback.
No, they just signed Danny Dimes.
Tennessee, I think, really
Will
likes
Levis.
Will Levis. I don't see them taking a quarterback. Falcons, right?
Nope.
Nope, right?
Bears,
The
no,
Bears,
because they're
no.
getting their quarterback number 1.
Jets, I can't imagine, though it wouldn't be a bad move, but
Not at
they're
that.
gonna
They'll grab Rattler or something.
later on. But they're also Jets
Spencer Rattler.
Jets have to in the mindset right now. It's all in a bust with
Right.
with a couple of years of Van to stay healthy. So they're getting him another weapon. Minnesota. So if you're sitting 11, my point is whoever goes top 3.
Your point is,
Number 4 and 5 ranked quarterbacks.
so they got to
should be
get
sitting
locked in on Drake May.
there. That's it. Because
Or who's your 4th ranked quarterback in the draft?
McCarthy.
yeah, well, or Penix.
Right.
So you either, my point is, the odds of Penix and McCarthy not being there at 11, and you have that choice at that time,
Very low.
is very low. That's why I don't. Everybody's talking about Minnesota being this great dance partner. Yeah, only if they think those guys. Penix is injury prone. To Doug's point, say they're not confident. They love Drake May.
Well,
They
I mean,
love Jaden Daniels a bit.
All right, Brendan,
Because-
you can keep going. Who's the Broncos quarterback now?
they'll be picking somebody.
Well, that's my point. They could end up being a bigger dance partner potentially.
Right.
Denver.
And then you have, so it goes Vikings,
They have
Broncos,
multiple first-round picks.
then the Raiders
No,
at
but they
13,
can make a deal.
and the Raiders at 13.
Yeah, that's why.
The Raiders will pick somebody.
And then you have the Saints.
Right. That's why after 11, if you own the 11th round, the 11th
Right.
pick, if you're below 11, in my opinion, looking at those next teams, there's 3 more that could be dance partners in an interesting trade. It might not be as simple as say get Minnesota's 2 first rounders for it, but this all really comes down to if Minnesota thinks our franchise guy is going to be Drake May.
Right.
And that's it. And we're going for him now. We love him, seen him, had him in, love everything about him. Indoors, can whip it. Let's go.
Indoors
That's
is huge.
about-
Indoors is huge.
Huge. And he can whip it. He can whip it.
Yeah.
And if you got Jefferson and who's the other stud? Their other stud
Well, they
receiver?
got Hawkinstein to the tight end.
No, the tight end. No, Minnesota.
I know you're talking about.
The kid he was a rookie last year.
Yeah.
Stud.
I know.
But that was part of why Jefferson might be expendables, because that kid is a bona fide number 1. But we can look it up. What's
That's what a J as well.
Johnson?
No.
Good guess.
What the fuck was his name?
Well, we can look it up. But
No, we don't look it up.
he's a kid that you might say, here we go. You know, we got a big arm. He can run.
Yeah.
Good.
Well,
Looks like an NFL quarterback.
he can run. I don't know about that. He got 400 yards last year.
No, I know, but he can move.
He can move.
He can move around. He's not Mac Jones in the pocket.
No.
That's for sure.
True.
I mean,
Jordan Addison.
Good
You said it
ass.
with a J. Told you.
I think he played it.
So you know what? I think they'd rather have a Drake May over.
Because Minnesota's
Yeah.
starting quarterback right now, Sam Darnold.
Yeah. So they'd rather have Drake May because of the potential. Like he's a way better thrower of the ball than McCarthy. Way better.
Oh yeah, bigger, way bigger.
Way bigger and way better thrower. So he's their guy. He's
They
definitely
need a
their
quarterback. They went out and they signed Aaron Jones in free agency. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson at tight end. You need a quarterback.
guy. And he's the best.
No, that's what I'm saying. You'd have to be sitting there going, "No, we're fine with either Penix or McCarthy over May, or is this the time we get our guy?"
They have the assets to do it. I mean, to me, if I'm Minnesota, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, well, like I say, it could be interesting trade partners all the way down. It's going to be Minnesota.
It's a no-brainer for Minnesota
Denver,
because they also
Raiders.
have the offensive line. Anyway, so
I got the grill on, by the way, this damn night. Get the veggies are cooking up nice.
He's not sitting on that grill.
A little
So
big.
last thing we talked about was Caitlin Clark signing that deal with Nike for $20 million.
20 mil.
Although she should talk to Jordan about how to set up her deal because that turned him into a billionaire. The deal he signed with Nike.
Did you ever see that movie?
Yeah,
Was it good?
Very good. Recommend it. And it's not even really about Jordan. It's more about the companies and trying to get him and like the relationship his mother had with the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's
So.
unreal. It's awesome. Anyway, so back to the draft.
Well, I think it's great. I mean, she got that money. It's huge.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane to think about it. I mean, like we were talking about over text. Like we had on the show, we were talking about salaries. I sent to you guys. The average they make like $75,000 a year to play. So to get these endorsements,
It'll happen. No, I think what will happen is obviously, they had the most watched game ever. When they played Connecticut, when Iowa played Connecticut. I mean, if the WNBA has a freaking clue, they're gonna sign a deal with a major network for some decent money, and translate that into revenue sharing, which translates into players getting played, players getting paid. So I mean, that's the whole deal. No one really cared before, but now they do, and they got to really build those players up. I mean, I don't know how it happened with her. I mean, she was just a freak, but there's a lot of good players. In college. I mean, there's some really good players. The South Carolina team was full of dudes.
Yeah, she went number 3 in the draft. The girl from Stanford went number 2.
Yeah.
And then, so it's good for them. That's awesome. They had, that's it. So I think that's it. We talked Kraft. Did you want to bring that up quick, Doug? With
Real quick, I mean, I think we pretty much exhausted on
The draft.
the draft.
Yeah, just looking forward. Remember, tune in. We're gonna have a couple reels going Thursday night.
Couple. I was looking forward. I just hope it's exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope we have a lot of moving parts. I hope we got a lot of shit going on. Obviously Caleb Williams goes at 1. Now okay, what do the Commanders do at 2? What do they do? Do they pull the trigger on Daniels? Do they go May? Do they go fucking whatever?
Well, they brought the coach in to pick Daniels, but we'll see. Kingsbury. They brought Kingsbury in as the OC, and he's a running quarterback type OC. So obviously they'll pick Daniels. If they don't, home run. But I think they will.
Yeah, that's my guess. That's my guess for sure. As we talked about that months and months ago when I said to you guys, Jane Daniels is a freak.
Yes.
But
Yeah. So another little, keeping on the football topic, there was a little snippet that came out yesterday? I think it was yesterday.
Well, the news broke today, but yeah.
News broke today that supposedly Bill Belichick was on the verge of getting the Falcons head coaching job, and then supposedly a little birdie by the name of Robert Kraft went to him and said, "Don't trust Bill. He's not good for your organization."
So I'm going to say something that was not said at all today on media. It would never be said in a million years.
Ooh.
But the first thing that popped into my mind when I heard that today was, I don't care how much money you have. If you're white trash, you're white trash. Doesn't matter. And right now, Bob Kraft looks like white trash. The way he's acting, that whole hit piece with the dynasty, and this, I mean, he's calling up the owner of Atlanta, telling him that Belichick's
Don't trust him.
don't trust him, and it's like, what are you doing? All because he doesn't want him to go away and win.
And if it wasn't the case, how does the story even come out to be? You know what I mean?
I mean, if anything, he should be the other way around. He should be like, take him. If you really think he lost his fastball, take him. Because they're competition. So what he's saying, and the other thing is, loyalty. Like, Belichick was there for 20 years. What? 6 championships?
right.
6 championships. And you're going to go slaughter this guy? Like, really? You're an 80-something-year-old man who, quite frankly, married his money. Am I wrong? Myra had the money in that relationship.
Well, it was Gillette. The business.
No, it was he married into the money. Her family had the money, and then he went off and took the money and made the moves with the Pats.
I'll have to do some research on that. I don't know
Yeah.
about that.
I'm pretty sure he married into the money.
I thought he owned Gillette.
I thought he had his money.
Yeah.
I thought he had his
He
money
was
from
a
like paper goods.
Yeah, he married it. It was her family.
From the paper goods?
Yes. Let's look it up. Not right now, but we'll look it up.
We'll put that on the reel. I mean,
Put a pin in that and
I like it.
okay.
Yeah, I just think if the story's true, it's
I'm disappointed.
classless and
I'm disappointed.
I wonder how much out of all that some of this stuff Jonathan plays a big role.
You think?
100%.
Yeah, I mean
He
that guy.
calls a lot more of the shots than you think.
Which if you're a free agent, do you even want to come
I
to
know
New
it's
England?
that reputation.
Depends. I mean, it's all about the money. They have money.
To deal with ownership?
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, it's so frustrating. Like you almost feel like you've been fooled for 20-something years. You know what I mean?
What happens when you win football games?
Ugh. But talk
Well,
about
it just ended, dude. It's like move on,
talk about true colors, though. It's like, come on.
And this is another thing. Tom Brady hasn't been here for what? 5 years?
Oh, you want to throw a little rumor into the mix?
What?
Where he talked about potentially coming back.
No, I'm not even doing that.
I'd take that in a heartbeat.
Tom
Would you?
Brady has not put on a Patriots uniform in 5 years.
Yeah.
I can't go a single day listening to sports talk radio without hearing Tom Brady's name 10 times.
I agree. Well, I mean, yeah, I can't get over it. But still, how would that be? Hey, Tom, you want to come back? Yeah, we'll throw you $30 million for 2 years. Who do you like with our third pick? You like Harrison? You like Malik? Who do you like?
Brock Powell, you would say.
Whoever you like, we're getting them. We're getting them.
Lad McConkey.
Imagine that.
I want a white slot guy right here.
Gronkowski's coming back.
I'd sign up for that in a heartbeat.
Gronk just threw out the first pitch at the Sox game.
That was awesome.
Did a
Did you
Gronk
see
spike?
that?
No.
He spiked it.
Yeah, did a Gronk
Instead of
spike.
doing a pitch, he like wound up and spiked it.
Yeah. That's a whole nother thing, too. Did you hear the, what's his name? GM of the Sox?
Yeah.
Came out publicly and said,
Baldwin?
Greg Collins.
Baldwin, right? Isn't it Baldwin?
No.
What's his name?
Breslow?
Breslow? Yeah,
Craig Breslow.
Came out publicly and said, I didn't get to do in the offseason what I wanted to do. Meaning the product and the players he wanted to put on the field. He said he wasn't allowed to do what he wanted to do.
Wow, that's ballsy.
So he's just another fucking puppet for ownership.
I like that.
Taking the fall.
I like the
said
fact.
that?
I like the fact.
Yeah, when we're off the air, I'll pull it up for you. On my phone.
That organization's a mess.
They lost again today?
Yep.
Now you lost Story. You lost Giolito. You lost Devers. I don't know for how long. He went for imaging today. What a joke.
Well, they're now 10-10.
Yeah.
Last place in the division, as I said.
And
3.5 out,
first.
and it's already over. And then we're in
Almost a May. Not even
not for May.
You
By
just
this
passed
time
the
in May,
Boston
there'll be 6 games out by mid-May. And
That's it?
The only thing I will say is their young pitching, it looks really good.
Yeah, Houck was unbelievable.
Hour and 40 minutes that game.
That's old school.
Yeah.
94 pitches, whipped it. I was impressed.
Yeah.
No, they're a young guy. I would agree with you.
Yeah.
It's tragic.
It is.
They didn't do a better job of middle and relief and go get some bad baseball players.
Yeah.
It did be good.
You're right. But no, their young pitching is good. So,
So what do you got for? So what do we got? Do anything interesting from last time we met Sunday?
the only thing I'll throw out there is we've had the golf league the last 2 weeks, and God has blessed us with 2 beautiful days.
Yeah.
And
Was it nice down there?
beautiful? Twice, two weeks in a row.
I didn't know if it'd be a little bit on the chillier
No,
side.
it was great. It was great.
Course is beautiful shape, Rick.
I bet.
Yeah, it's
So the
nice.
green's fast again.
No, they actually grew a little bit and they didn't cut them, so they were
Okay.
fuzzy, but they were all right. They were fine. I mean, it was good.
I got a golf tournament next Friday. Crosswinds.
Nice.
How's Crosswinds?
It's getting better. I mean, the greens are good.
Okay.
They actually punched them last week, so. But
Where's the tournament? What's the tournament for?
Crosswinds is for Jordan's company.
Jordan Wiley.
Yes. So I will be seeing Jordan Wiley and Jimmy Wiley next Friday.
Wow.
I know.
Tell him we said hi.
Yeah.
I saw Jimmy walking down the street down on Main Street yesterday. He was just walking down. I don't know where he was coming from. Maybe the post office or something.
Wow.
But,
But it's for a couple of the guys that they used to work with who unfortunately lives were cut a little bit too short. So
Oh, that's nice.
a little charity and remembrance,
Oh, that's great.
golf tournament stuff like that. So
I
That's
got
great.
invited today to play May 13th at Indian Pond.
ooh, that's a great. I've never played it, but
Can't
I've
go
heard
though.
like phenomenal things about that course.
Yeah, I mean it's actually, if you want to join, it's not really bad. It's like $5,500.
It's cheaper to join there than it is PCC.
Oh, way cheaper.
What?
It's not even close. I know. It's not even close.
Interesting. Do they have a driving range there?
Huge one. Huge.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I can't play though. I got a game. Whitman Hanson.
Maybe you got the sniffles that day and you bang in or
It's a
something.
game. Different from Brad. So yeah. No, I'm looking forward to swinging the club coming up. Shoulders feel good.
Gotta get you
Had the
ring.
highest bench dumbbell bench yet in 2 years almost.
We gotta get you down the range though first.
Yeah.
Do you know if the range was open this past Tuesday?
It was not.
Okay. I was closed the Tuesday prior as well.
Yeah, it was not. But no, that's going. We got a new guy, Vin, that won half of the birdie pool and the quota this week.
I saw the email.
Good guy though.
Okay.
Super guy. He's from the old Hackers League we got on Tuesdays down there. Had another guy down there trying to tell me how to do my quota. I said, "Don't you worry about it, buddy. I got it."
What was his name? Craig Costello?
No.
Yeah.
There's another guy. But no, it was good. We had over 20 guys.
Nice.
And that was the first official night. Diane didn't go. She's probably away, right? Down in Maroon.
No, Jason had something to do with work or something. I don't know what to do.
But it's been good. It's been good. Yeah, I had fun. It's gonna be. We're gonna be doing some GoPro shots from down there.
Yep.
If we can keep this thing, I don't know if we want to keep it or not, but
We'll see. Jerry's out.
we
We will have some type of golf content coming to you, regardless if it's what device it's being taken on.
I'm sure you can't wait.
Jesus.
I can't wait for him to be on the wheel.
I'm sure all of our fans out there right
I
now.
can't wait for him to be on the
are sitting there
wheel
going, I cannot
when he
wait.
sticks it.
Yeah.
When he sticks it, and be like, "Oh my God!"
Where's the GoPro on that shot, Dougie?
I cannot wait to see next week's GoPro Golf Tuesday episode. I know. You must be. You won't even be able to sleep.
Chomping at the bit.
Anyway, so that's what we got. So
Top three. You want to do a top three draft picks, Patriots draft picks of all time?
Of all
Your top
time.
three favorite? Can't
Top.
include Brady.
yeah, all right. Actually, how about we? Yeah, no, we'll just we'll do that. Draft.
I don't know. Do you have the? Can you do first round?
Could I do first round? Yeah, I can do first round.
Did you, Doug? You think?
Just first rounders? We'll figure it out.
All right, do it.
All right, number one. Number one pick. Jim Plunkett.
Oh, you like Jim Plunkett as a first pick?
Yes,
Why?
it's my first pick.
So is this just first rounders?
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
But the reason why I like Jim Plunkett is because
I'm not saying it wasn't bad, but he wasn't very good with the Patriots.
no, but he was a quarterback when I first started getting interested in the Patriots.
Yeah,
You know, with Stanley Morgan and
sure.
Jackson and all those guys.
Yeah.
Harold Jackson.
Well, I thought you ended up having an unbelievable career
Sam Bam Cunningham.
when it was all said and done.
But he was my guy. That was the first quarterback. He only had a single bar
Yeah.
for face mask. That's my first pick.
Where you play college?
Stanford.
That's it, right? No doubt. I think go in that era. How about John Hanna
It's a great one. It's a great pick.
out of Alabama?
Well, you know what's sad about that is
He'd be a fullback. No,
they had talent on that team, on those
a
teams.
lot of teams.
They never went to the Super Bowl.
No.
Crazy. Dougie,
Drew Bledsoe.
I like it. Great pick. Drew Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe. I wouldn't like to see how his career. It's tough. It's bittersweet, obviously, because we ended up receiving the best quarterback of all time. But I would have liked to see how Bledsoe would have been able to finish his career out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
he would have been with that. If that
honestly, he'd be Drake May. If Drake May has a career like Drew Bledsoe, hats off to him. That's the same type of mold. Maybe Drake May can move a little better than Bledsoe,
Yeah.
but whips it, big guy. All right, my next pick is I'm gonna move it forward in the same realm. Steve Grogan.
He was a first round pick.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yep.
That's scary.
late first round.
Out of
He was out of Kansas, I believe.
I think it's a Kansas or Kansas State.
Oh, maybe it was Kansas State. I thought it was Kansas.
I'll have to look that up after. I'm curious. One of the two for sure. Might have been Kansas. Steve Krogan with the neck brace. Wow.
These are guys that are instrumental to me becoming a Patriots fan. Why can't I have those picks?
Well, I think you can.
Jeez.
All time.
For me,
all right, Mr.
for Brian Hilton,
Coach is a little emotional tonight. Big is emotional
I
tonight.
guess.
I'm gonna probably go with Richard Seymour.
All right, I like that pick.
All time, I think this. Well, he's another first rounder, but I think the all-time greatest defensive lineman in Patriot history.
Really?
No question. Who are you gonna put him up against?
Vince Wilfork?
He'll be the other one I had in my head, but
That's
Vince
who my pick is.
but
Vince
no-
Wilfork.
Yeah, take it. Go with it. What
Yeah.
you talking about?
Out of Miami.
Vince was a first rounder.
Yes, he was.
I would say. Where did he play, Dougie?
Miami.
To you. But
When
he
you
wasn't
were-
as
when
versatile.
you
though.
were dogs.
He wasn't as versatile as Seymour though. Seymour could go edge. Seymour could go nose. Seymour could go anywhere. He was just much more athletic than Wilfork. But Wilfork was a hell of an unbelievable player.
My last pick wasn't a first rounder.
What?
I know. But I want to pick him anyway.
Okay, folks.
Maybe I should.
Go ahead, do it. Who cares, you know?
See, you're emotional. Go with it.
You're emotional.
I'm struggling with his name. I forget. Curtis Martin.
Oh, well, yeah, it's a great draft pick.
Yeah.
That was what if we did one like
Greatest picks.
later picks, like
Yeah.
get Gronk in the.
But I wanted to pick him because that guy was a dude. And they got him in the third round from
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Had a bad ankle.
Yeah. Oh, that's why he went late.
Yeah, he sat out his senior year. But he was a great pick. He got him over the top.
So for me, then I might say just because he wasn't an unbelievable Patriot, but he was good. He had a great NFL career, but I loved his college team, Irving Fryer.
Oh, great pick.
Played at Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Those teams were loaded. Mikey Rozier, Turner Gill. Oh my God.
Fumblerooski.
And that was Fryer. They got upset by Miami, right?
Yeah. All right, Tucky, make it quick, kids. We don't know what we got here.
Defensive back out of Michigan. Ty Law. Guy's whole name is 5 letters.
Tyler. All right, boys,
Damn
that's
clutch.
it.
Clutch
Episode
as can be.
50 in the can. Millions of
See
viewers.
you a week from tonight.
We're gonna get
Verify
these technical
find it out a
difficulties
week from
straightened out,
tonight.
but we will. We
All right.
will.